Hello everyone. Today's research is about factors affecting the user's adoption of social media technologies in the public sector, the case of Egypt. I'm Dr. Safaa Hussein, an associate professor in business administration and management information system at Egypt Japan University of Science and Technology. Social media has provided the opportunity to deliver services more effectively as an alternative to the conventional means of communication. This, however, has posed an issue in developing countries as the implementation of e-government initiatives has proven difficult as they are still in their infancy. There is little research investigating social media technologies adoption from a citizen's perspective, as citizens' adoption is just as significant as the government's initiatives. The Internet has raised the standards for service delivery in a variety of settings, including interacting with the government. By providing citizens with more efficient access to e-government services, most governments across the globe are creating increasingly intricate plans to encourage citizens' active engagement in government activities. It is imperative for governments to integrate social media policies into their organizations' mission, vision, goals, objectives, and overall culture. Initially, interactions between governments and citizens mainly considered of one-way communication with limited citizen feedback. However, this changed, allowing both administrators and citizens to collaboratively create and share data and information online. This change enabled citizens to engage in online public communities where they can collectively contribute to finding solutions and producing outcomes. Social media integration in the public sector is at an early stage in less developed countries or nations. Encountered obstacles have been examined through the determination of the aspects affecting the incorporation of social media within the Egyptian public sector from users' perspectives. Gaining insight into these factors will assist decision makers in ensuring citizen satisfaction. Egypt is witnessing a surge in the public sector's embrace of social media. A significant number of national organizations employ various social media platforms. However, Egypt still encounters numerous challenges in the successful implementation of e-government initiatives, primarily stemming from conventional problems and obstacles inherent in governmental growth. One primary obstacle facing e-government in the Egyptian public sector is the scarcity of adequately trained and qualified personnel to manage and operate ICT infrastructures. The substantial expenses linked to procuring and training public servants with ICT expertise can sometimes dissuade the government from adopting e-governance initiatives in the public sector or the public service. The lack of expertise emerges as a critical factor hindering social media adoption within the public sector. Subsequently, necessary training programs should be provided to equip them with the requisite skills and knowledge. This approach ensures that public sector employees are adequately prepared to leverage social media effectively in fulfilling organizational objectives. Irregular and epileptic power supply, especially in broader cities, poses a considerable challenge in realizing e-governance objectives. Adequate power supply is crucial for the successful adoption of e-governance, and reliance on generators in certain areas may hinder ICT facilities' proper functioning. In Egypt, the digital divide also poses a challenge, representing the disparity between individuals who have consistent access to digital and information technology and those who don't. This divide extends beyond ICT knowledge to linguistic differences, separating those proficient in English from those who are not. The citizens' attitude or resistance to change is a significant challenge to the adoption of e-government activities as well. Many individuals are accustomed to traditional ways of government activities, leading to resistance to the adoption and the implementation of e-governance. This is compounded by the fact that some public employees lack computer literacy and proper training ICT infrastructure installation, maintenance, and implementation. Execution of e-government is hindered due to deficient access to the internet, low levels of security, insufficient understanding of the advantages of online platforms, and a lack of implementation of IT policy. The development of online infrastructure presents another pressing issue, and building it from scratch can be an expensive undertaking. In many countries, foundational infrastructure is outsourced as a strategy to alleviate the financial burden on governments. Key parameters of e-readiness include skilled individuals, awareness about available web-based social networking services, proficiency in using online services, and the presence of digital infrastructure, namely web and workstation access. Governments must prioritize maintaining an exceptionally high level of security on their websites. This commitment is crucial for establishing and preserving citizens' trust, consequently enhancing their willingness to engage with and utilize e-services provided by the government. As for the research methodology for this research, recognizing end users as consumers of taxpayer-supported organizations, the government must comprehend their needs. In this regard, government initiatives should align with the objective of meeting the diverse needs of consumers. This user-centric approach underscores the importance of tailoring social media strategies to effectively address the expectations and requirements of the end users, ensuring inclusivity and responsiveness in public sector engagement. The unified theory of acceptance and use of technology, which is the UTAT model, which was used in this study, aims to explain user intentions to utilize an information system and subsequent usage behavior. It introduces four constructs to determine the level of technology acceptance: performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, and facilitating conditions. As for the first parameter, which is performance expectancy, this entails the conviction that adopting the new system will enhance job performance. UTAT highlights this aspect as the most important or impactful factor influencing individual behavior. When citizens assess the performance benefits of social media applications on usage efficiency, they tend to view their use favorably, as indicated by the data in the research. As for effort expectancy, which evaluates the perceived simplicity linked with utilizing the system, encompassing elements from established models such as perceived ease of use and complexity, the UTAT suggests that effort expectancy plays a role in influencing user utilization of the system. According to established theories and models, the easier a technology is perceived to be, the greater the probability of its adoption and acceptance. Consequently, assessing the complexity level of social media services becomes essential, taking into account how challenging users perceive the technology to be in terms of understanding and usage. Social influence assesses the extent to which a user feels compelled to adopt the new system, drawing from established model to encompass social influence aspects such as subjective norms, social factors, and image. It holds a significant role in the adoption of any technology. In this research, social influence is examined particularly in relation to peer influence. And finally, the facilitating conditions, which indicates the extent to which a user believes that organizational and technical infrastructure supports the use of the system. It is a significant factor as the availability of equipment and technical assistance is seen as a direct predictor of actual technology usage. To conclude, we can say that existing literature suggests a relatively low adoption rate of social media technology services in developing countries like Egypt, and it's often attributed to a lack of citizen knowledge about these services. Data also from the research highlights the importance of awareness in the adoption of social media technology services, suggesting that Egyptian government should implement widespread awareness campaigns to educate citizens about these services. Also, the findings of the research revealed concerns about outdated websites and inadequate electronic resources, emphasizing the need for regular updates, online communication channels, and help facilitates on government social media technology platforms. Positive perceptions of user-friendly interfaces suggest a favorable view among respondents, while issues related to authentication, identification, and privacy underscore the need for trust-building measures in the adoption of Egyptian social media technology services. Thank you so much for your time and for your consideration. Thank you.